right, well, good morning. Bit of a rough start today, just inefficient, trying to find a lot of stuff. It happens when you use new gear on the trail. It is about 8:20. I'm finally on the move. I am rocking about close to 45 pounds in this backpack, which it was not made to carry. So I am just praying that there will be water in Summit City Creek, and lots of it, because I need to dump as much of this as I can. I've got about a mile this morning, heading into this incredible looking canyon. I'm just coming down from 4th of July Lake, so I'll see you soon. Trekking poles recommended. Well, I am now standing high above Summit City Canyon. I just had two things I've never had happen before. Both pieces of my GoPro magnetic attachment setup broke at the same time, although in two different ways. So I've had to kind of DIY this thing here to keep it on my shoulder strap, and I'm gonna have to completely disassemble it and reassemble it every time I want to use the tripod. So don't be expecting a whole lot of Doug walking down the trail shots from here on out. I don't feel a bit of wind, and it sounds like rushing down there, so I am really hoping that is water. If it is, I can at least drop some of these pounds. All right, time to go. All right, it is about 9 o'clock. I feel like I've reached the canyon floor. I have seen a lot of bear poop, at least 6 or 7 solid piles. Trail marker. Oh man, this must be the one Mark told me about. So as he put it, there's a bear down here that either really loves or really hates this trail marker. Yikes. He's tall too. I don't know if he's trying to pull it down. What does that say? Evergreen? Evergreen. This says Summit City that way. That doesn't say anything anymore. And this says 4th of July Lake that way. So, okay, Mark, sign's not looking good, buddy. We might need to come out here and do this again. Nice little campsite right down from the sign. This would have been a good place to stop. Well, without question, I am hearing water. So I'm gonna go down here, see what's making all this racket. Oh, thank you, Lord. Yeah, we have flow. It's not screaming or anything, but that is enough to tell me that I'm probably gonna be okay. Hooray! Yes! Haha! So I just discovered that I lost a Croc on the way down here. Oh, super disappointing. I hate the fact that I've got some junk left out here. I found a couple blown out flip-flops at the camp down there, and while I was grousing about someone leaving them, I discovered that I had lost a Croc. So, okay. I went ahead and drank about a ½ liter of water, refilled my bottle from the clean carry bag, dumped it, and now I'm on my way. So I'm coming back up from the camp, and it looks like this is the way to go. Walls are up there through the trees, so after hiking uphill for a little bit, trail starts heading down the canyon. Oh, giddy. This looks fun. Well, I wasn't really expecting to lose the trail quite this fast. I'm not sure what happened here, but holy cow. Check this out though. Old fence conductor or something. Spool of wire right here. Cool. Yeah, that's the trail. It's a route, not a trail, but I think I'm back on. Looking good. So the trail's been good so far. Right now I'm closer to the creek, as you can see, and I'm also not far from the canyon wall. You're not always this close to the creek. Kind of winds in and out. Does a couple of what are now dry creek crossings, but so far so good. Starting to open up a bit. Up there in that notch is where 4th of July Lake is. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I just did a map check. Looks like I'm about halfway in between the little campground at the trail turnoff and Horse Canyon. So I'm hoping to be there within about an hour. Trail is still holding. Never getting too terribly far from the creek or too terribly close to the canyon walls. Hello, bear. There has been a lot of bear poop on this trail. So I've been singing my bear songs. Got my spray pretty much where I can reach it. Not too worried about bears during the day. They aren't looking to eat humans. But at night, when that bag of food has just been hanging in one place for a really long time, I tend to get a little nervous. So that's more what the spray is for. This trail has been so pretty. The fall colors are pretty nice. I mean, for California, you know, you don't really get that electric fall like you get in the east, but still not too bad. So when I was first doing this trip planning, I was afraid that this canyon would just be big granite slabs and there'd be hardly anywhere to stop. But if you're on your route and you decide to come into Summit City Canyon and not camp at 4th of July, there are plenty of places to pull off and camp. Hey, it's 10:30. The sun has really just now started lighting up the canyon floor. You can see it back there just coming over the canyon wall. The trail has gotten a bit fainter. Right here it's pretty solid. There's just a lot of pine needles and duff on the ground. I've had to walk off it a couple times to get around fallen trees. This is nice. Oh, trail sign. Is this Horse Canyon? Wow, that bear does not like these signs. He hates these signs. Brutal. Camp Irene. This came from over here. Camp Irene, that away. All right, it is 10:45 and I am at the Silver Lake trailhead here. So apparently this is Horse Canyon. I can't see it because of all the trees. The Camp Irene part of the sign has been demolished, so I just stuck it right there so that it's on the correct side. I can't read what is on this part, but anyway, that's the trail, not that. So I was just talking to myself and I thought I'd let you in on the conversation. I'm trying to decide if I were to get to Camp Irene and it was going to look like a pretty serious, ugly water crossing, would it be better to do it and then set up a tent, get warm, and be able to leave in the morning, hopefully fairly dry? Or would it be better to just camp, stay warm, and then get up in the morning, get all soaked and stuff, but then just start the huge ascent and probably warm up pretty quickly? We'll see. I don't know exactly what counts as Telephone Gulch. It just has the name on the map. So far, since I passed the sign, it's just been more trail. Oh, look at that. There's a little yellow flag down there. Well, this is a nice spot. I think I'm gonna go check this out. Ooh. Oh, if it was hot, that would be a nice place to get in. Look how smooth that granite is. All right, it is 11 o'clock. I'm not sure if I am in Telephone Gulch yet. First duck sighting out there. Cool. Got a couple ducks over there. I just improved one of them. Kind of starting to break out of the forest a bit. Still don't know if this is Telephone Gulch, but wherever it is, I like it. Hey, it is 11:50. I decided I was hungry enough to finish off my breakfast from this morning, so I jumped over Summit City Creek and had lunch next to this beautiful waterfall. According to Winnett's book, I should fairly soon be coming to Trail's End. I'm guessing within about 30 minutes. I've got a solid 6.5 hours of daylight. Probably try to go until at least 5 and just see where I end up. Big old tree fell right there. Trail winds around it a bit. I took that big branch out because it was poking out into the trail and flipped up when I stepped on it. Not very safe. Huh, still a good trail sign. Supposedly I'm looking for a sign for Grouse Creek, and when it calls the illegal campground too good to be legal. So that's my next goal. This is the first time I found myself off the trail. I just cut back down a little bit. I'm not sure that I'm on it now even. It's probably down there, which would make more sense. I'm not super concerned, except that I don't want to miss that sign, which I assume is on the trail. I just feel like I'm too high up. Yep, too high up. That's the trail. This is the trail. Starting to get fun and also freaky. All right, it is 12:45. Do I start all these videos off with all right, it's, and then the time? I hope not. I'll try not to. So, according to GPS, I am at Grouse Creek, and the trail end should be right down there. Now, I did a bunch of work on Onyx to make sure I had my route planned, but there's a split in the trail coming up where you cross the creek to the east, and I'm pretty sure that's what Winnett says to do. So I'm a little confused because all of the routes that I show have you staying to the west side and not crossing the creek. He talks about a 30-foot knoll, which I am pretty sure I can see on the map. So I'm just gonna wait until I get there to make a decision, I guess. But I feel like going east is the better way, even though the routes that I've downloaded and stuff don't show that. Anyway, I found a good rock to rest my pack on, so I'm gonna sit here in the shade for a few minutes. Got a duck here. It seems to be a pretty obvious trail down there, but that tells me it's probably actually a creek. And if I look over here, there's another duck. The little meadow area back there was really cool. I love this duck silhouetted over there. Pretty cool. it's 107. I'm not sure if this is the so-called illegal campground, but I haven't seen any signs. Of course, those signs that when it wrote about could definitely be gone now. A lot of fern in this area. Trail is still pretty decent. It's overgrown in places, but you can look through the bushes and still see it. The creek has slowed down quite a bit, but it's still there. Trail's definitely playing a little game of hide and seek now and again. Usually it's because there's something that looks like a trail that goes off one direction and you have a decision to make and you can't really decide at the time, so you just have to walk off of it for a little while. That's cool. I'm guessing this is it right here. Throughout this area, when it says you can't really get lost, but you may be delayed. So I'm just gonna hang on to that. Still feel like I'm not on the trail. Maybe there is no trail through here though. That's the tricky part, is you just don't know. So far the GPS has been pretty good. Oh, look how pretty this is. Okay, this looks good here. So, I got nothing on this side. Okay, it's 1:20, and according to the GPS, trail's up here somewhere, so I am just gonna walk through this gorgeous grove of trees and not worry about it. Part of the difficulty of this section is that it's a known off-trail area. So losing the trail, quote unquote, may not mean much. And spending a lot of time looking for it may be a waste of time. Pretty soon, I'm gonna come to the creek crossing in the trail. I'm gonna get pinned in. So, can't continue like this for too long. Oh, hey, haha, hello trail. Okay, so it is back there. It only took about 2 or 3 minutes. No biggie. That was a crawl through. Oh, let's hope I don't have to do that too many more times. Well, incredibly, other than that little section where I walked off trail and then got kind of distracted by the pretty trees in that grove, there is still an identifiable trail through here. I mean, it's not fantastic like here. There's going to be times where you just got to kind of make up your own mind about what you're going to do, but I'm kind of amazed to have gotten this far and not just been completely off trail. That's kind of what I was expecting by now. Looks like it's running into a rock. I'm going to go around this. There's also a tree down the creek. Oh, yeah, that was probably the trail. Oh, duck. All right. What's this? Ooh, big rock. Oh, cool. I'm gonna do a map check and see if this is where I'm supposed to cross. According to the map, the trail just keeps going, but when it wants you to cross and then scramble up, this doesn't look right to me, but I'm gonna check just in case. Well, that was a much needed rest. Looks like I just spent about a half hour lying down and checking map and reading Winnett's book. And I'm frustrated because where this trail breaks into Summit City Creek Trail versus Camp Irene Trail, I am pretty sure Winnett wants you to cross the creek and go east. So I still think I'm supposed to cross the creek at the split. That is supposed to be the eastward scramble that he talks about, the knoll that you pass. It all makes sense on the map. I guess ultimately it doesn't make a huge difference, but this is a pretty significant section of trail to take incorrectly, and I'd rather not to. So when I get there, I'll make my final decision, but as of right now, I'm gonna see about crossing the creek and going the eastern route. There's like one paragraph covering this entire area, and everything in it is pretty relative, so unless you're absolutely sure that you're reckoning your position the same as when it did. Like, is that the campsite that's too close to the creek to be legal? Maybe. I see some ducks up there. So I'm just up from the creek, which kind of distracted me, but you can see some ducks there, here, maybe there, and I can also see them across over that side. So I don't know if this is the split, because I can't even tell if I'm on the trail or not. Looks like either way you're going to be doing a little bit of scrambling, but those almost kind of look like steps. That looks like the route over there. Well, at least someone thinks this is the way you're supposed to go. Cool. All right, I'm just going to keep going across here. All right, well, this is still looking pretty good. Just heading out across the granite. Still seeing ducks. According to the GPS, I am at the split. So you can see probably there's a little duck over there. It also looks like maybe there's a trail right here. I'm guessing it would be right on the other side of that. And that is what I'm going to go check out. The GPS shows a very acute angle split that eventually comes to the crossing. Aha! Ducks. Knoll. Other route. Yeah, I think that's it. I think what you're supposed to do is cross right here, come down to this red smooth rock area, go across, and probably just scramble up that. Well, right or wrong, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, look at that weird thing. Sure hope this is correct. Whew. So just stick to the ravine. That's the knoll with the Jeffrey pine, because this is definitely the way to do it if you want the original TYT. Whew. Now I'm gonna catch my breath. Trailish. Yeah, not too bad. Several ducks here and there. Yep, staying up was the right choice. You can see a bit of a trail here. The occasional duck. I keep thinking I'm going to stop filming and just get this done, but there's so much cool stuff to look at. What an interesting route. Good job, Thomas Winnett. Some of these ducks are pretty subtle. Not much of a way to get lost here, I don't think, but this will help avoid the bushwhacking at least. Then again, sometimes it can't be avoided apparently. Is this my trail? This certainly looks better. I think I'm just gonna keep going up the rocks for now. This looks much more like the way to go. I mean, that's not bad down there. I'm not sure I want to go through this or not, but I think if I get over there and hug the rock, I might have better luck. So I'm going to try that. Well, now that I'm up here, I'm remembering when it's saying that the trail paralleled the creek, and it looks better over there, right under that knoll. So I think I'm actually just going to head back around and get over in that area. Well, this side isn't great either. I'm not seeing ducks anywhere, so given how many there were up until this point, that doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me. But I know in general, you're supposed to go this way. And this is easier than walking down there and that stuff. So, just gonna keep going. Still really not seeing any ducks or anything that looks like a trail. So, just gonna cruise across this granite. He did say something about crossing on a log. I would not personally want to cross that one. That's pretty sketch. All right, I think I've been on the wrong side of this creek for the last couple of minutes. The creek's kind of right down there. I believe the TYT is actually over here. I've just been up too high, so I'm gonna go down there and follow that forest route. It's supposed to stay pretty level for a little bit and then start climbing off to the left. So at this point, that's my plan. Oh, there's something here. It should be a game trail, but it's something, and something's better than what I've had for the last 15 or 20 minutes. Oh, I'm giving into the temptation and getting up here on this rock. Even if this isn't where I'm supposed to be, maybe I can see where I'm supposed to be. Look at that. Whoa! Oh, awesome. Could wrap a rope around that tree and do an epic rappel. Well, that all looks good, but it's headed downhill, and I'm supposed to be going uphill. So maybe I am supposed to be up here. All right, between that rock and that rock is the route. Apparently it does actually go up through there. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Whew. Wow. Epic. Sure wish I knew if I was supposed to be here. That was not fun. It's after you climb up that gully, or like right after the creek crossing. Man, keep an eye out for the ducks, because it just completely disappeared. I still don't know what I was supposed to do to get here, if I am in fact here. Okay, I decided that wasn't it. There's the big rock. I just came around up here. We'll see if this gets me somewhere. Yeah, do not be fooled by the dotted line on Gaia. There is no trail up here. None. So it's 4:15. According to this, I'm exactly on trail. And what I should be doing is going straight down this hill about 200 feet. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, just go right there. I'm just hoping that this will take me all the way down, because I'm just not seeing anything that looks like an obviously good path. Well, at least I can see the bottom now. I don't know, 60, 70 feet. One slip here and it's just gonna be unfortunately fast ride to the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Whether this is it or not, I just kind of don't care anymore. Oh, I just want to get off of that hill. Well, that was rough. Pretty much everywhere from that second knoll to here was just absolutely crazy off trail. According to the GPS, I did not stray very far from it. So I just don't even know what to say. So I'm gonna get down there. It's supposed to be a bit of a straightaway, another downhill, and then I should meet back up with Summit City Creek Trail. And then I'm gonna find a place to camp, because even though it's, what is it, like 4:30? I'm beat. And just in case you thought there'd be anything down here indicating which way to go, a negative. Maybe over there. Who knows? Just keep walking this way. Oh, wow. Well, in all fairness, when it did say this was going to be off trail, he was not lying. So I'm not filming this to give you any kind of idea about where to go, because I don't know. Good news is you can see the other wall of the canyon right there. It's not that far away. Probably not even a 5-minute walk if there wasn't all this stuff in between. And that's where the other trail is, so we're getting close. Just got to figure out how to get down there. Hopefully without getting trapped several times. And tearing my gear to shreds trying to do it. But what fun is that, you ask? Ooh, look at that. Big boy. So anyway, the reason I'm filming this is just so you have a pretty solid idea of what to expect if you follow the route. But yeah, you're just going to have to be comfortable moshing through some stuff. I would not recommend trail runners. I would not recommend shorts. This is definitely the sort of route that you are going to get tore up on and stuff like that. Oh, look at this. And look at that. It's a duck. It's a duck, people. At about this point, you can look down into the canyon and get a good idea of where you are. And where you are is up really high. There's Summit City Creek. Looks like a lot of nice rock between here and there, which also probably means cliffs, but I'm where I'm supposed to be, and that is good enough for now. So I just made my way down from up there and found this interesting trail looking feature. Seems to point to here, and there's a duck in this rock. So maybe there's another one and a bunch more. Okay, so going to the right side of the big log with the duck, just carefully picking your way down. Seems to be the right way to go. This is not at all what the GPS says to do. However, what the GPS says to do is basically fall off a big cliff. So, gonna go with the ducks. Still seeing more ducks. That's a good sign. It's the slab. Oh, that was quite a bit of boonie crashing, let me tell you. Here's the creek. Now I just got to find somewhere to camp. Man, I'm tired. It's 5:30. As you can see, I am at the creek. Somewhere down here, I'm guessing maybe I'll buy those piled rocks. Summit City Creek Trail and the Camp Irene Trail meet up. So I came from up there. You can see a couple ducks. I'm guessing I'm pretty much at the intersection. So the good news is, got water. Now I just need to find somewhere level to pitch my tent. So I think I'm going to poke around in the forest back here a bit and just see what there is to see.